friends, my name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. I like to talk about all things reading, books, and writing. In today's video, I'm going to be doing writing sprints and filming the process. I'm currently writing a fantasy book and I like to write in 25-minute sprints with about a 5 to 10 minute break. So I'm going to be doing at least 2 sprints during this vlog and showing you kind of what I like to do. So if you have something to write, go ahead and write it along with me, or just enjoy a cozy little vlog while you get some work done as well. Candle set and my cup of tea made, and I'm ready to start working. I'm going to be using a live writing sprint of someone else's to kind of like feel like someone's writing here with me, because after you're writing for a while it gets kind of lonely and very easy to like get off track. Just an update on my book. I think I have officially named it, and I'm also at, let's see, I'm currently at over 37,000 words on my first draft. Today is July 27th. It's a Wednesday, and my goal is to hit 50K by the end of the week or the end of the weekend. So I've been writing about 5,000 words a day recently to try and hit this goal, because my book is pretty much completely plotted. There's like some leftover stuff I'm doing, but it already has 38 chapters written. They're not all completely done or like fully fleshed out, but the concept of every single chapter is there. I think my goal is to really hit 80K, but right now I'm at almost 40, so I'm trying to hit 50 first, and hopefully that will be like the full story. And then when I do my first read through, I can just add a lot to it, because for some of it, it's just dialogue. There's not any like description or body choreography or anything like that. And I know I'm missing a lot of explanations of like key elements like magic systems and some more world building. So I think on my second draft, when I go through it, that's what I'll be doing. But I believe I've named it. We'll see if it's true. Right now, it is A Kingdom of Foxes. That is the title. It's my working title. I think it's probably gonna be the title. So yeah, so very exciting. I'm just trying to keep going every day and try to get somewhere between like 2,000 and 5,000 words to get this done. So I don't have very much left, so I'm so excited. But let's get started. I am ready to get writing. I'm gonna put on some lo-fi beats and just kind of try to rock through some of these scenes that I've already kind of written the whole description or like a summary of what's gonna happen, but I don't have all the dialogue written out. So I'm gonna do that. Let's get started.
Hopefully y'all are ready, because we're about to start. On your mark, get set, right.
words I got. Okay, it says I'm at 37,461. You know what? I really don't remember what I started at. 36,909. So let's enter that progress. So we're at 552 words. So let's put this in here. I'm not sure if I actually wrote that many words because now I'm wondering, I feel like I started this at 3,700. And maybe I just didn't log more than I did last night. I'm not sure. But we're gonna just put it there for now. The words are written. That's all that matters. I'm also going through and I'm deleting a lot. So although I'm writing a lot of words, I'm deleting a lot because I had already written parts. I just didn't really write the dialogue to certain things. Then I'm like deleting the same thing that I already did, or that I already wrote. I just wrote it in like a different way. So it looks like I have more words and then I delete them and I have like the same amount of words, a little bit more usually, but so yeah. So that's basically, I finished rewriting a chapter and then I went through a chapter that I wrote yesterday and started editing it a little bit and just kind of seeing what I wrote, and there's a lot more I could add to that scene. It's kind of like just the bare bones of it. Although it has description, I just feel like the scene should be a lot longer to kind of get the point across, and there needs to be a lot more setup to the scene. So I think, because I'm writing a book with a bunch of different point of views, not a bunch, with 3 different point of views throughout the series. And each person has like a very different life, and some of them haven't even met each other. I have to like kind of do a lot of world building on each person. So I'm on my one character, Kaya, and her story comes in a bit later during the book. And there's a lot to kind of establish in her world because she's not really with any of the other characters, so we don't really know a lot about her life, and there's a lot of description that needs to be done. She has a whole cast of characters like with her. It's a lot to kind of describe. So this scene, I just wrote 2 consecutive scenes, but I had only done like a summary paragraph of another one previously before this that kind of sets up a lot of this, so I feel like I need to go back and do that scene so that it's kind of explained a bit more. But it's kind of dark. Her storyline is very dark, so I think I might write something more pleasant and fun for a minute and then switch back to her scene. And maybe I need some music to kind of get me in the mindset of that. Yeah, I feel like I need something to get me in the mindset of that character, because listening to like the happy lo-fi beats is just not, I'm not getting the vibe right anymore. So I think I might go for my iPad for some music, then I will jump back into my second writing sprint. Okay, so quick update, my break ended up being way longer than I anticipated, but I got some water. I kind of just read through a lot of scenes that I thought were kind of like 90% done, or at least done for this first draft. And so I kind of went through my whole document, and next to each chapter I kind of indicated how far along each scene is, because I am a scene jumper. I did not think at the beginning of this story first. I thought of the ending like the ending of the whole series, and then I had to kind of work my way backwards with this whole series. So whenever something kind of comes up that I know the answer to, it gets written. So it's kind of all over the place, and I'm continually like adding chapters in between things, so it's kind of a mess, an organized mess, organized chaos. But there are a lot of scenes that are done for the first draft, and so I went through and started highlighting which ones are completely done so that I kind of stop looking at them. So that made me have to read through a few scenes, and then of course I naturally had to add more to certain scenes and edit. So I've been working, I just haven't been doing a writing sprint. It was more like an editing kind of organizing thing, but I am ready to get back to writing. I'm gonna choose a scene. I got my iPad back and I'm going to put on some music and just kind of like write more emotional scenes and kind of like get the feel for them. So I'm gonna start another sprint now. I don't know what I'm gonna write. There's so much going on here. But it's so weird to see. What I've written the most for is one character. And she has like a lot less than the other characters, and her story is a lot less like convoluted than the main protagonist. But it's just so strange because like almost every single one of her like chapters are completely done. Like, and some of them are done to the point where like there's probably not gonna be a lot of content changed when I go through like edits. It'll probably just be like grammar and like fine tuning and making sure the tense is correct. So yeah, it's so strange. Her story is very easy to write, and I didn't expect that. She wasn't even in my story until really recently, which is just insane because I wasn't even gonna have her. Basically, she stemmed from a part of the second book that I loved. It's like some characters we're gonna get to know later in the series, and I just wanted like some of that in the first book, and this character just kind of like created itself while I was listening to a song, and I just wanted to know her story. And she's been telling me her story herself. It has nothing, I mean, obviously I'm making it up, but I don't have to put in a lot of work for her story, whereas other characters, it's like, okay, we really have to think about how we're gonna get places. Yeah, I don't know. So it's just so fun. So I keep wanting to write her story because it comes very easily, but it's also very depressing. I'm gonna keep flipping back and forth to other lighter, more fluff and fun. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to set my timer and start working. Sprint number 2.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. 7 years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. For our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore when we can't read the sky.
So a little update, lots of time has passed. I may have done 2 writing sprints in that time. I was just on a roll with a whole scene, and I got all these other ideas, and I was doing a lot of world building to kind of like describe this whole secondary scene, or this whole secondary setting of the story, and I got really into it. I found all these Pinterest photos and was kind of just describing it and adding like a whole new layer to it. So much more to write. I'm so excited. I want to jump right back into it, but I thought I would do an update on where I'm at with my word count. I'm currently at 38,560 words. So let me see. Yes, so let's do our math here. 38,560 minus 1,099 words is how many I wrote. Okay, so I'm just gonna add in here, I already wrote 552 words. So I'm going to add, so that puts me at 1,651 words for the day. Okay, perfect. Yay, so now I'm at 74% to get to 50K words. Only have about 11,000 left. So we're gonna be doing that. So yeah, as you can see, I've been doing like almost 5,000 per day right here. And today I'm already almost at 2,000. I'm definitely not done writing for the day. I'm gonna do one more writing sprint at least. I might only film one more writing sprint today, but I will probably do more than that. So, because I'm trying to get, honestly, well, I guess I'll probably hit 40,000 today. That was kind of the goal, was I wanted to hit 40,000 today or yesterday, and I think I'll get to it because it's not even 2,000 words left. So that'll be great. And I have so much more going on right now for this scene. I'm so excited to get there. It's just like a whole, I've got so much going on. So I just keep writing all these conversations down that I keep thinking of that I really want to go into. And I feel like I need to write myself some notes though. A notebook here because I've got some questions that are like popping into my head while I'm writing about kind of like the world building or about some of the characters. Like I've mentioned characters and then we really don't hear about them anymore. So I don't want to like forget about characters, and I just wrote another scene of them. I met them early on and then they're kind of separated for a bit or they're there but kind of in the background. So I need to add them into those scenes, but I also need to come up with their backstory because it's kind of like, where did these people come from, you know? So I'm just gonna write a few notes first. So I'll leave those here, my little notes about different things. There's definitely some characters I feel like I create and then I'm just like, I don't know what to do with you anymore. Like, you're interesting, but one of like the main girls, I like have her story, but I like keep thinking of a lot of different ways to tell her story, and like I don't want to do what I'm doing because I want there to be like positive. I want it to be more positive. I feel like I'm making a lot of darker storylines, and I want hers to be a bit more positive, but I'm not really sure how we'll do that. So, but I should bring her up. That was a good reminder. I need to bring her up later on. I'll write that down so I don't forget. Okay. All right, let's start this next writing sprint. I'm so excited to get going. I'm gonna set it for another 25 minutes.
We got your soul. Hunting alone.
full writing sprints since I last checked in with you. I got really into the scene I was writing and just wanted to write everything. I completely ignored my timer, which was great because I got so much done. And I'm now over 40,000 words, which was my goal for the day. So I just wrote another 1,572 words this past probably hour. And now I get to add it to my already existing 1,651. So let me add that up. So I wrote 3,223 words for the day today. I will probably keep writing at some point later in the evening, but I think I'm gonna call this video quits for here and say thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching my writing sprints. I hope you got something done. Maybe you got some studying done or your own writing sprint. I will be doing lots more videos like this, but kind of like maybe some vlog style ones of like the whole day with my writing sprints, because I tend to do these every single day, so I'll share a bit more of my life doing that. But thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye!